Good afternoon, everybody. This is Tish, just doing what you do with Miss Tish. I thank you all for tuning in and being with me. This is Cooking with Colors. I'm doing some canning today. Yes, I am making some cowboy candy. They call candy jalapenos, or you can call it cowboy candy. I have made this last year and used it all up, all kind of different recipes, from marinating meat, from using it in my tacos, in my pastas, sausage dogs, everything. I just been using it, and I love a little heat and sweet. That's what it is. It got a little heat to it, and it got a little sweet to it. And that brine is so important. I have some brine that I had in the refrigerator from last year in a sealed jar. It is still good. Still good. This year, this brine is going to be added to the other, and whatever left, I'm going to can my brine. So it is so delicious for marinating as well. I never thought this cowboy candy was going to be good, but I tried it and I love it. I don't grow enough jalapenos to be able to make my own from my uh, garden produce. So I always have to go purchase jalapenos from local gardeners, farmers market, to be able to do this project. So I'm going to have you all watch me and stay tuned and look at what I'm doing. I will right now. I'm chopping jalapenos. I have my gloves that I have on because I don't want the spice to get in my hand, and if I have any cuts, it'll burn it. And I'm watching some of my YouTube videos as well while I'm doing it. So come on and take a look at me cutting the jalapenos as I'm getting it prepared to make this cowboy candy that's going to be delicious in months to come. So stay tuned. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And thank you all for tuning in and being a part of our village. This is a village here. We help and support each other and teach each other while we're on this channel as well. All right, come on now. Let's make some cowboy candy. All right, in this portion of the video, I will be doing a voiceover. You know, family life is going on while I am in the kitchen making cowboy candy. So I want you to be able to hear what I'm doing at the moment. I love cowboy candy. I had got into it last year, and I wanted to share with you how I make it and how did the recipe that I got I will link it below. I did get it from 1876 Homestead. I think the 1876. I believe that's it. I love her channel. It's a YouTube channel, and I will post that also and let you know exactly the name of it. I think it's 1876. But anyway, she makes it, and it was awesome when I saw it, so I wanted to try it. And I love this brine and this mix of jalapeno and sweetness on my meats as well as my veggies and all different types of things that I eat. And as a condiment, so it's so good. You can use it on anything. So, and also you can use it in stuff as well. Well, anyway, right now I am cutting up the jalapenos that I have gained and gotten from the farmer's market, our local farmer's market, so I can be able to make the jalapenos. I don't grow enough jalapenos in my garden to be able to make make my own with my own garden jalapenos. So I have to go out and purchase them from local farmers so I can be able to have enough to be able to can the jalapenos. But that is a great thing because we're supporting each other and knowing where the source come from as well. That's one thing about my cooking and stuff like that I'm trying to get more into is getting items that I know where it came from. If I grow it in my garden, I know what was used to put in the garden, what was used to help produce the item and everything. I know from whatever in the soil, what did I put in the soil? What did I do to help make it come forth? And I'm praying that the local farmers and farm stands I go to, the people that produced it, had done was incredible with their items that they use as well to put in their gardens. So hey, we keep praying and speaking over our gardens as well as just over our produce that we use and making sure that we cover it with God's word as well. Anyway, I'm cutting up the jalapenos. As you see, I put gloves on because if I have any cuts in my hand and I'm cutting up jalapenos, they will have my hands on fire. So I have to make sure they are protected. I have to make sure they are protected doing this cutting of jalapenos. I have green and red jalapenos. You know, the darker they go, the what's it called, the more spice and heat it attains. So the green ones are not as spicy as the red ones. So as you go deeper in color, the spicier it get. The yellow ones, if it's yellow, is mild, and as it get green, then it get red, and they get dark. You know, all those is the spice is coming out of them. But as you'll see later, I'll put in sugars and other things to make it the sweetness to come through as well, but the heat will still be there. So this is a lot of chopping that I have to do with the jalapenos, and I just wanted you to know that it's not a it's a tedious task when you chopping the jalapenos, but I am fine with it. When I'm in the kitchen, oh, this is a passion and a love that I like to do. It clears my mind. It's like a medicine as therapy for me when I'm cooking in the kitchen and when I'm in the kitchen and just, you know, just meditating and thanking God for what I have and being able to share my food as well as the items I cook and all those good things with other people. I love cooking. I love to see people's expressions on their face and when they eat the food and learning how they, if they like it or not. I just love all of that part of it. And so cooking is one of my therapies and the things I love to do. I love to cook. I love to create, love to make new things and tweak things that I have. When I grab recipes, I always tweaking it to make it more of mine. That's just me, what I do all the time. My family, my mom loved watching me cook and stuff as well. But I love sharing my food with others. And presentation is a key to all food. If you because people and us as people, we eat with our eyes first. So if it don't look good, we're not going to be tempted to eat it. Okay, so it's haven't came to a boil yet, but I'm stirring it as it don't look the same with all that sugar piled up. So the sugar is dissolving. So it is warming up, and I can smell the spice. I smell it from the jalapenos too, but I smell it from the cayenne, from the turmeric. So we have some good spices in here. Remember, this marinade or condiment can be used on anything that you want a little sweet and heat to. So this is a good, awesome, good stuff. So once this comes to a boil and it get liquefied where it needs to be, I'm going to add the jalapenos to it. And also from all of that, I'm going to end up at the end add what I had left over from last time when I did it. So all that can be combined together and we'll come back. So we're going to take a couple minutes to get that ready. I'm going to put it on 4 so it can start boiling, and I'll bring you back when I start adding the jalapenos to that. I already got my jars ready, washed and sterilized and ready to go. Go ahead and get my lids out and my bands. And I have my water bath canner over there ready because it don't need to be pressure can. It's just a water bath can for this because it's no no meats or anything that we would have to pressure it to get done. This is really a water bath can item. Just like tomatoes and stuff like you have to do differently. pickles and things like that, we don't have to pressure can, I believe. I'm thinking it's water bath. I'm not for sure. I gotta remember. But this right here, this candy, I know this right here is water bath. So, because it tells us only have to put it in pressure on the canner. In the canner for only 15 minutes. So these are half pint jars I'm putting them in. It's not going to be a pint size, so they're going to look like this. These smaller jars, like a jelly jar, because it's easy to use that like that. Because if you put in a pint, you would never use, unless you use it for a recipe, you wouldn't use that whole thing. So I will tune back in just a minute, show you how it looks right now. Haven't came to a boil, but I see a couple bubbles. So we're waiting on the boil to come up. Okay, so it's at a rapid boil now. It didn't take that much longer. And what it tells you to do is bring it back down. Bring it back down. It under been rapid boiling. Bring it back down. And then I'm going to add reduced heat and simmer for 5 minutes. So after you do that, reduce heat, simmer for 5 minutes. Let me put my time on. Reduce heat. I'm going to simmer for 5 minutes. Let it simmer for 5 minutes. And then once I do this, say bring the heat up to a rapid boil again. Add the pepper slices. So I'm going to let it simmer for 5 minutes. I turned it down. I'll simmer for 5 minutes. Bring it back down. So that's what we're going to do. I have 4 minutes left on it. And once I bring it back down, it says raise the heat up to a boil. Add the pepper slices. So once it simmer down, I'm going to add the pepper slices first because I don't want this stuff to pop on me. Then I'm going to raise it back up and return to a hard boil. Then reduce the heat and simmer for exactly 4 minutes. So, you got to bring it to a hard boil, add the peppers, return to a hard boil. Okay? So, right now, it's simmering. Going back down. It's down on low. Bringing it down. All that sugar. So, we're going to let that go down and wait until our minutes run out. And then we're going to do the next step. Okay, so now I got my sugar. We're going to do 3, 6, 7, 8. So if it was, no, it's 6 plus 3. Because if I double it, it'll be 12. So I need to half the 6, that's 3. So that will be 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to do 8. Bring it because I don't have double. Well, I got 5. Because if I had 3, 6, that would be double. I have 5. So I can do 6, 7, 8, 9. No. I do 8. I bring 1 down because I don't have double. 6 and 6 will be 12. So half of 6 is 3. So that's right, yeah. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cups. So that's 1 cup. It just looks like too much sugar, right? Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. Peppers. Remember, it's spicy and sweet. Ooh. But you don't eat this every day, right? That's 3. That's 4. I haven't even got to the first 6 yet. Ooh. It's a lot of sugar. 5. That's 6. Ooh, Lord. I just feel bad doing all that. Seven. That's 8. That's 9. That just looks like too much sugar. Like I'm doing something wrong. Oh Lord, help us, Jesus. Okay, so now the next step, you put in the turmeric and all this stuff, and I got to stir all of this around, bring to reduce heat when it comes to a boil. So let's see. Jesus, it looked like a lot. Maybe because I didn't make this much last time. Oh, a half a teaspoon. Half a what teaspoon? That's 1. If a half teaspoon, we need a whole. I'm just going to do a whole. I'm not going to have that. Whole teaspoon. It's a half. Let's see, can we find the right measure? Teaspoon. Here you go, right here. This one is a whole teaspoon. And we need turmeric and celery. One that. Celery. Need a whole, gonna ask for half. And 3 teaspoons. Let's do 6. Don't double these, so I'm not gonna cut that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1 teaspoon, which we got 2 teaspoons of cayenne. 1, 2. That's it. That's all the ingredients for this brine. Now, I have made brine before I showed you, and this is how thick it is. It's a thick brine to put in for the jalapenos. Now, I'm going to cook this at reduced heat. Once you bring it to the boil, you're going to reduce heat, simmer for 5 minutes, raise the heat, boil again, add the pepper slices, reduce, return to a hard boil. So let's do the first stage. You're going to bring it up to a high boil. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my stir, go ahead and stir this in. Good. Get all this stir it in. All the sugar, the vinegar. Oh my goodness. It just looked like, whew, diabetes. But we know that this is going to be on top of that, and you don't use a lot of that because it's very hot and spicy. And this is like a flavoring, maybe what is it? Your spice, your seasoning, your marinade. That's what this is. All the sugar. So when that heat come in with the thing, we're gonna turn it to syrup. So let's see about bringing this to a boil. This is a lot of sugar. Put this up here on this, and that's what I'm gonna bring to a boil. Okay, and I know we're gonna pop because it's like that thickness. So I'm gonna find a top to put on top of this, and I'll bring you back when we're doing a bowl. Okay, so I have cut up all the jalapenos, as you can see over here, right here. And what I'm going to do, I got me a digital scale. I'll cut it on, and I'm going to put this bowl on top because it tells me to have 3 pounds. And once I put the bowl, I'm going to zero the bowl out. And as I put the jalapenos on here, it's going to give me the pounds And this scale is so awesome. I found it at a yard sale, but I like it because it gives you nutrition facts on it. Put these back on. I don't want to get a new one. They just wet from the pepper. Okay, so I'm gonna put some in a bowl, and as I get the 3 pounds, let me see. Okay, grams. See that I do it right. Weigh. Okay, ounces. See, I gotta look at this closer. Say grams. I need to go to. It's on the side. Okay, so I'm gonna dump it out, and I am going to calibrate again. Let me see. It's this grams and ounces. So what I can do, I think, I can do ounces, and then I can just, let me see, custom, no. Oh, that pounds on the side right there. Okay, clear. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this on top of here. I'm gonna clear this out. Clear it again. Clear it. Okay, let's see, can we clear this? 0. Clear. Oh. 0 out. Okay. So now, let's start again. So, let me see. Okay, I got to 1 pound already. Okay, keep going. I see it now. Supposed to have 3 pounds of this. That's 2. Still 2 pounds. That's 2 pounds. And that's 3. Let me see if I take some out. Still 3. That's 2. Let's go back. That's 3. So I got 3 pounds of jalapenos right here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to dump this here. That's 3 pounds. So now I'm going to go back here. I'm going to clear. 0 out. Now we're going to start again. And see if we can get how many pounds we can get. See if all of this is. So this 2 pounds. So it's 3, 4, 5. It's 5 pounds of jalapenos. And this recipe is for 3 pounds per thing. So the first 3 pounds we'll use that. And then I'll half. And I got 2 pounds. So half of 3 pounds is 1.5. 2. So I'll put at least half of whatever it is for the rest of it. So now I know my ingredients. I have to add up a little bit more for that. So this kind of scale is kind of neat. It got all the nutrition facts, cholesterol, all that stuff. So total, I'm going to cut it off and I'm going to put it up. So that was a neat scale. I can show you what it is. They were selling for $1. I guess they were getting rid of it. It was brand new. Nutrition scale. I don't know where you can get it from. But it's very good to find out the facts and stuff on it. I like it. I'm not sponsored by them. I found that in the yard sale. So, hey, somebody didn't want it and it was new and I got it. So you can find a lot of stuff at the yard sale. So all of this, so these is 5 pounds. 5 pounds of that. So now what I could have did, I could have just, because I know I had got 2 pounds, and it's right, because I got 3 pounds at one place, and I got another 2 more pounds at the store. So now, I'm going to look at my recipe that I have up here. It says, I cut all of that, And then it says slice the peppers into uniform. We already did that. In a large bowl, bring in a large pot. So I got my pot here. And I'm going to shift you over. Hold on a second. All right. Shift you over to right here so you can see the pot. And over here, which you don't see right now, I got to stick the leg. Okay. And pot, and turn it this way. So what we're going to do in this pot, they say to bring to a boil. Bring cider vinegar. They say white sugar. I'm using organic cane sugar. Excuse me. I have bought some of that. I know I bought. Excuse me. I got white sugar. Cowboy organic cane sugar too. But we're going to use what is asking in the recipe. Excuse me, let me get some to drink. And I'm going to take my gloves off. Making some, taste some lemonade. In a large bowl. Excuse me. Bring cider vinegar. I have that down there. And I bought some more. So it says 2 cups for 3 pounds. If I have 6 pounds, that'll be 4 cups. So I'm gonna do 3 cups. I'm gonna do 3 cups of apple cider vinegar in here. I bought this one, and I have another one. I think I need juice. Some more. Okay, so let me get my cups. I'm going to put that in there. It says 6 cups of sugar. It will be 12. I'm not doing 12. I'm going to do 6 and half of 12 is 6. Oh no, half of 6. I'm sorry. Half of 6 will be 3. So I'm doing 9 cups. That's a lot of sugar, seems like it, right? But you're not going to eat this all the time. It goes into different recipes. Turmeric, celery, seed, garlic, and cayenne. So let's put the heavier stuff in here. Bring all the stuff to a boil. So I'm going to go ahead and start the stove up. I'm going to go ahead and get my measuring cups. Okay. So my measuring cup says I need a cup. I need this for the wet. I need one for dry. And I should have another measuring cup right here. Got a little small one. I just use my big one. So this is a cup one. So I can use that for the sugars. And this for the vinegar. So right now I got 2 cups per 3 pounds. So I have 5 pounds. So I'm going to do 2 3 cups. This one. 2. 3 cups of that. And then I'm going to set this on the floor. I'm going to go get the sugar that I need for this. I put it in the freezer, so I'll be right back. Okay, the timer has went off. Cut it off. Now they said to, after it had done for 5 minutes, raise the heat to a boil, add the peppers. So we're going to add these peppers. And I'm going to raise some heat to a boil. But I'm going to add these peppers in here. I got a lot to add. Okay. That's all the peppers. That's 5 pounds of peppers. And I should have a rag right here. And I'm going to raise the boil back up and push them down in the syrup. I moved the camera back because I have a table right here where I'm going to be ladling it into the jars. So these got to cook down. I raised it back up so that go back to a hard boil. You know that country come out. So I want to make sure it's all down in there, getting all the syrupy. Because it's going to cook down some. That's it. So once that come down to another hard boil, I'm going to add this one into it. Then it said raise the temperature up with the and return to a hard boil. Then reduce the heat again and simmer for 4 minutes. So I'm going to add this to it. And let it go into a hard boil. All that stuff is spicy. Okay. Get it back in a hard boil. I'm going to let you see. I think you can see it. How it's looking. Put top on it. And let it get that boil in. It's on 4 now. Medium. On medium. You can say medium high. We'll get that up to a rapid boil. Hard boil. Then we'll reduce the heat again. And simmer for 4 minutes. Exactly. Then after 4 minutes, we'll be ready to ladle it into our half-pint jars. All right. Hey, guess what? I had a meltdown over here. Didn't pay any attention and it overflowed. So now I'm down to the reduced heat. Approximately 4 minutes. Let it simmer. I reduced the heat. Now we're down to the 4 minutes. Stop. Let me see. Hold on. 4. I gotta go back. Set timer again. 4 minutes. Start timer. We're doing 4 minutes exactly. And after I do 4 minutes, it's time to ladle it. Not ladle. Put it in a spatula, one of these spoons. And put it into it. So I have a mess to clean up. I have a mess to clean up over here. It's sticky and it's hot. So while we're looking at that, and it's got the 4 minutes on, we're going to let that go ahead. And it's like candy all over the place. Candy. All right. Ooh, all over the place. All that syrup. Have to get this up. And I'll be right back. Now the 4 minutes is up. It's time to spoon it into our jars. I'm going to move this camera back some so you can see what I'm doing. I want to get close as possible when I'm doing this. So I want you to be able to see it because I don't want to have another big mess over here. So hopefully this will work. And I might just put it on the stove. Once I put them in the cup, in the jars, I'm going to leave it on the stove for right now until, put them right over here, until we get ready for the next stage. Because the liquid, the brine is coming next. So nice and clean. All jars nice and clean. Shake it down a little bit. Stick them right over here. I don't know how many this is going to make. It should have it on the instructions though. But I will find out in a little bit. I did wash out 24 jars just in case. But it sees now once it done cooked down, you will not be needing 24 jars. Let me see. Okay. Sorry about the camera action. I'm left-handed. So I guess my hand is a little bit in the camera. Oh, slippery. Slippery, slippery, slippery. Good thing I cleaned my surface. There you go. Put it back over there. Got my hands off. So I'm not going to leave the brine out. I'm going to jar that up as well. Be good for marinade. Like I was saying, even this is good for marinade. But marinade also, maybe even putting it over top of as a season or a spice or your grill. Especially when you're grilling. Oh my goodness. You want that spiciness on that pork or that steak, as well as on some chicken. That's what you do. Okay, that's enough. Make a jar. So let me see, can I fill these jars up? What I got left. Okay. So I didn't even need all the jars that I used. Those jars are going to be for my strawberry jam as well. I'm not making that today. I got the strawberries in the freezer from when it was strawberry season. I picked up quite a few of those. And I freeze them, clean them and freeze them and chop them. So they are ready for me to cook. Let me see. I'm glad I used the stove over here because I would have made a big mess. Okay, that's it. I think that's all of it. The rest can go in the bottom. Okay, so now, once I have done that, the next step says to use the sleeves. I put everything in there. And then it says turn heat up again and bring it to a folding boil for about 6 minutes. So turn the heat up for this to thicken up. And once it gets to a boil, hard for 6 minutes. So once it gets to that boil hard, I'm going to put it in for 6 minutes. I got to put the top off just a little bit. So these are jars I had so far. I hope all this can go into my canister. Let me make sure I put all this down in here. And one, so that I have to do 2 or 3, but I don't know. So since I'm using the brine too, once I fill this up and then do some more jars, I should be okay with it. Okay, yeah, putting this down, pushing this down. Right. So we have out of 5 cups, not 5 pounds, we have 2, that's 3, 6, 9, 10 half-pint jars of Cowboy candy. They're real pretty. Not finished though yet. Oh, my hands. Pretty. So it's up to a rapid boil now. It's doing it, so it's supposed to be a folding boil. And that's what it's doing, it's folding. So now I gotta turn my timer on for 6 minutes. Okay. Let me take that off. I don't want to over 6. And I'm gonna bring it. Okay. It's boiling good. 6 minutes. I want that to do it for 6 minutes. It's looking good. It's at a folding boil. 6 minutes, doing wonderful. I want a rapid folding bowl. Full rolling bowl, excuse me. That's it. It's doing it up now for 6 minutes. It got to be like that. So I didn't need all the rusty jars. I'll put these back. And once we have gotten these up, we're going to ladle the rest of the juice into the jars. Okay? I'm doing this so it won't overflow again. Alright, now it's time to cut this off. And it's time to cut the stove off. And we have done it for 6 minutes. So now it's time to ladle into the jalapeno slices. We'll use our special tool to make sure that we have 1/4 space at the top, and to make sure we can push down all the air bubbles. So I'll start over here closer to the pot. Turn it around just a little bit. And I will be ladling that in. Okay. To the next one. Probably have to put more on one side. Use a special tool to push them down. And I don't know why I just put all them jars back when I just forgot I have to put this syrup in. Ladling the brine into jalapenos. Back. Now this time I use red and green. I think last year I just had green. This year I have red and green. That's a good thing. So the color looks so pretty inside when you use the multicolor. Next year I'll probably add banana peppers with it. So it won't just be hot peppers, it'll be other peppers too. Okay, this stove is so sticky. You know I'm gonna clean this, right? Okay. She's back. Got a lot of cleaning to do. A little more. sure I put a little bit. Put it on top. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this out because I do not want that to slide in. Set that right there. Take this out of here for just a second. I'm gonna push them down, get some air pockets out, air bubbles out the side, each one. Oops. My recipe. Okay, make sure it's down in the liquid. Okay, so now let me make sure I put now I have to make sure my headspace. I think that's on, let me see, 2, let me read it. It says 1/4 headspace. So usually I try to just get it to that rim, and if it's too much, I'm gonna put, take a little bit out or push it down a little bit more. All it look like it's good. 1/4 headspace. Make sure it's not up there. All it look good. I don't think I have to do too much. I usually make sure it's up at this rim right there. Okay, so now it's time to clean these jars. I have some vinegar here, and I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to clean these jars and get these jars ready because they are very sticky. With some vinegar, clean the top rim so I can put the lids on, and then I'll clean the rest of the jar. So these jars are hot, so that means it goes into hot water. Hot on hot. We don't mix it. Let me get some of these. We don't mix it with any cold or hot because you'll get the chance of breaking your jars. Finger tight. And this, I'll sit this right over here. Do the next jar. And each one of these jars will be wiped down with vinegar, and the lid top around here so it won't have no seeping. The top part, make sure everything is wiped and secure. Finger tight. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of these and I'll tune you back in just a second. Okay, so now we're at the point where we're going to be doing our water bath canning. We're going to put this inside of there and we're going to let it get to a rapid rolling boil and set the timer for 10 minutes for a half a pint and 15 minutes for pints. So we're going to do the half a pints first and we're going to set it for 10 minutes once we get to a rapid boil. And then once I finish all this process, I will be bringing you back to let you see the finished product. Middle. Now and water. And it's covered, I believe. Yep, I'm going to put a little bit more in. Yep, that should be it. And I don't think I can put any more in there. I don't want to try to overdo it. So it's 2, 4, 6, 7 of those in there. Put my top on. Try to get to that rapid boil. And then it's going to be 10 minutes to process. Take those out. Do the next. Then I'll do 15 minutes for the pints. Or I'll do 10 minutes again for the. I got to do another 10 minutes for 5 more half pints, and then another. Then a 15 minutes for the quarts. But whenever, not quarts, for the pints. So when everything is done, I will show you then how it looks and ready to set for the 24 hours. All right. Okay, now I'm ladling the brine, this good marinade, in these jars. And this will be shelf stable. So that's what's going on right now. And then after this, I'll be ready to bring my pot over and to get the Cowboy candy that I have already jarred up and wiped off the rims, put the lids on, and wiped off the jars. This counter is so sticky. And the brine is just right. I taste it and it is spicy. It's there. Okay. Let's see this jar. All right, getting close to. Ooh, I'm gonna have to clean that up before I put my. This syrup is very sticky. Wonder, can you make spicy candy with this? That's the idea. Just like candy, syrup is. Okay. A little bit more in here. Okay. A little bit more in here. I think all of that is good. I got a little bit in the bottom of that. Let me see, can I make it into this pint? I do have a pint over here. I mean, half a pint. And I think that's good. The rest of that will go in nothing but a corner. I could have used another pint jar. But I can use that. Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I get another one. I don't like to waste anything. So I have a jar right here. I have a jelly jar. Another one. Let's see. I'm gonna put that in here too. Oh. And that's it. And that's it. No more left. All right. That was good. So I have 2, 4, 6 pints and 2 half pints of brine. Wash my hands, get this pan pot soaking, and I'm going to go ahead and clean this counter off. Once I wipe the jars, put the lids on, and it'll be ready to put these, just wiping my hands off. Put it in the pot, but I clean this counter off first before I do any of that. This stove off before I put my pot over here to put it on. So that is done on there. I'm gonna get these other lids. And I'll bring you back. Good morning, everybody. Guess what? It's the next day. It's very early in the morning. I was coming back on to let you know that I did finish the Cowboy candy. It rested for 24 hours. It's still in its 24-hour phase. And I had canned up all my Cowboy candy along with my brine. I have approximately 10 half pints of Cowboy candy. I want you to see how it looks. Beautiful with the red and green in it. Very delicious. And I have 2 of the brine, which it can be a marinade for any meats, any vegetables. It can be a sauce on top of whatever you want to stir in. And I even was thinking about if you want to make some type of spicy rice, that will be awesome for that as well. Also, if you're making red rice, if you want a spicy red rice, that would be great for this too, to use that for that. And I have approximately 6 pint jars and 2 half pint of that brine and 10 jars of Cowboy candy. Now these Cowboy candies will be just enough for me for the next for this year, this season coming up. So I'm gonna have to get some more to be able to at least do the amount 10 or doubles that size amount, so I can be able to gift this off during the holidays. I like to do homemade gifts, so Cowboy candy will be one of the things that goes into my basket. Well, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you for being a part of of just doing what I do with Miss Tish. I'm about to announce my Facebook page, my business page, TC Academy. But hey, anyway, thank you for being a part. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel so you will not miss any of my cooking, my crafting, as well as my gardening, even my motivational, all the things that I do, I want to share with you. And I want to motivate you and inspire you to do what you do. Do what you do. Do what you are called to do, and you won't go wrong, because God is with you. If you allow Him to lead you and you follow, you can't go wrong. Stay grounded and don't be shaken. If you do, shake it off. Be blessed. Love you. Until next time, this is Miss Tish. Bye now.